So it was lost 2 days after it had launched.
Yep, after it had launched from its... So it was on some sort of exploratory or scientific mission, launched off of LV-1113, and then lost all contact 2 days after launch.
Well,
So
there's your plague.
It was on its return.
There's your plague theory. No one's going to all die off of the plague in 48 hours. So clearly, there's not a plague on board. We should be fine. It would take much longer to kill off an entire crew.
Right, so
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
We got 5 EV suits to say I'm not going to die of the plague.
That's right. He's got a point.
Luke turns back to the skipper, and what'll it be? What'll it be, Skip?
all right. Just a quick question about spacewalking.
Yeah, of course.
Do we have if we got to make a roll to get over the other ship or something like that? I'm not entirely sure of the risks.
And you'd have to make what kind of roll? What'd you say?
We'd have to make an agility, something like that, to get over there.
You would, yeah. If you're doing like a spacewalk, there's a roll to do that for sure. Yeah, because you can't.
All right.
Since there's no gravity, it's pretty difficult.
Yep. All right, 5 of us spacewalking over, I think is going to be a little risky. I think the safest bet is probably shuttle, or we
Doc.
yeah. How about
we shuttle?
I think shuttle's a bit risky too.
You think?
Shuttle, I'm thinking, we can all fit in there, by the way.
Yeah,
We would have
sure.
to leave someone behind on the ship, or
I mean, if those shuttles work to take out those big tractor trailer sized helium
Yeah, I
containers, I'm
suppose so.
sure we'd all fit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. I guess so. Then we have to keep someone behind on the ship, by the way, or
There's a crew on the ship, yeah? Other than us?
Oh no, you are the crew.
We're the entire crew? There's
Yeah.
autopilot. No?
True story.
I'd feel uncomfortable leaving the old girl all by herself.
yeah.
I mean-
I'm not entirely-
Bishop should go. Bishop should go. Yeah, it's a good idea.
You guys can go ahead. I'll stay on the ship.
All
How are you
first give
piloting?
me
I would kind of like you to be there, to serve Wayland Yutani's.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
I say we all go, but stay close. Now, if we dock, we can.
Yeah, if we dock it, we can.
Probably best.
Yeah, that would work.
We
I
can
mean,
go
we're
between the
connected.
two pretty easily.
All right, so I start maneuvering the ship to dock.
Awesome. All right, I just need a piloting roll, no modification. Easy peasy. All right. In fact, you've done this many times, docking at sublight. So you match the speed of the Cronus, which is 0.4 light speed, so it's hauling pretty dang good, even with its momentum. And match its speed on the right side. Come up to the airlock, extend the umbilical, and attach. So who's going to? Typically, there's no roll required. However, since the power's off, you're not entirely sure how it's going to look when you get over to that door. So who's going to go over first?
Do we have some kind of like night vision-y type goggle things that we could wear?
Nope, you do not.
Or lights on the EV suits.
Oh,
there's
well,
lights
yeah,
on-
that
there's-
too.
Yeah, so if everybody
Or just make light.
right, so if everybody's suiting up, you have the the little lamps on your helmet.
So I want to make a pit stop on the way to suit up to stop by the med bay and pick up a med pack. If we have a concern about a plague breaking out, I want to make sure we have some medical stuff on hand.
Okay, and you are
We've got,
Captain. You're the only one that has access to the equipment list, so you're the only one that's seeing dim guns.
All right. Let's see. We've got a bolt gun. We've got a service pistol. harpoon gun and incinerator unit.
Harpoon gun?
Harpoon gun.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and...
Space whales.
Don't take away my harpoon gun.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it access to everybody. So in your character, in the same character tab, journal tab, you have access to the list there. That's probably easier. I'm not trying to make it difficult here. So the harpoon is a grappling gun. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Does any of this, is all this stuff here pretty much, as far as like the guns and stuff go, the pistol stuff, that's all based off of ranged, right? Or whatever, ranged combat or whatever it was, I think I saw. Yeah, ranged combat.
Yeah.
So just regular combat's going to be basically like what? Like a, I don't know, a pipe in your hand, whatever. Two-handed sword, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
That's correct. So there, you can get by, for example, the motion tracker. You can get by with using that for a long time if you don't ever roll any face huggers on the dice. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what those power supply ratings are for.
So how we divvying stuff up?
all right. The two grunts. I think get the bolt gun incinerator unit. So that's just a big fire thrower, huh?
Which one?
The
incinerator
that's
unit.
like a
Yeah, the
flamethrower?
M240 is exactly what it sounds like. It's a flamethrower.
Oh.
Well, you know, Skip, I spent some time on the range, so I'm pretty good, pretty handy with a pistol.
All right. Why don't you take that? Flamethrower seems a little impractical for just a salvage mission here.
But that cord cutting torch might be important.
Yeah, that's a good point. We might need that. We might there could be some blockage, something like that. So we got to burn a hole in even the door here. So, all right. Who's good with that?
Well, I mean, Lauren and I could use a cutting torch.
All right.
I would take the motion tracker.
Yeah, so
Well,
cutting torch will fall under heavy machinery as a skill. So if you've got heavy machinery, that's what you would look at.
I have
Yeah.
some.
Definitely not me.
Pretty
Not
decent.
me
I was thinking
either.
about that.
The power, yeah, the
Power
power
loader?
loader. Unless you were to take the shuttle, probably not.
Okay.
That's the no kidding like big honking thing that Ripley was in to move barrels.
Exo
Right,
suit.
that's what I thought. That's pretty much what I've been using for the last 10 years. But I do have pretty good heavy machinery, so I could use something else like the, what did you say, the cutting torch, I guess you were talking about, right?
There you
Yeah,
go.
the cutting torch.
That works.
The motion tracker uses Comtech. And then the bolt gun, the service pistol, the grappling gun, incinerator, that's all...
So what?
it'd be your, whatever the firearm equipment
Range combat.
Yeah,
Range combat.
Thanks. I couldn't think of it.
So what about those incinerators? You said they'd be ranged as well?
It would be, yep.
Damn. Okay. All right.
All right. You're gonna take the cutting torch then there.
I suppose so.
Where's my other grunt here?
I'd be pretty good with that motion tracker, but I wouldn't trust me much with a gun. Not to say I don't want to carry a gun.
Than one.
So the bolt gun's like a rifle.
The bolt gun is,
I can look
I
it up.
think, literally a bolt gun.
Yeah, I was trying to find this RPG online. I cannot find it. I found the website, but was there a place to buy the book?
It's out.
The Watatsumi DV303 bolt gun. The DV303 is a construction tool that uses expanding bolts like emergency hull repairs.
Well, are you a better shot than I am? Because I can always take the harpoon gun and you can take something a little more effective.
An okay shot. We are running low. Yeah, like the service pistol is really the only thing that we have. The incinerator unit, I feel, is a little excessive for this. But given that well,
Just as a reminder to the characters, the players, of course, this is for the first time, but the characters realize that firearms in general are not great on a spaceship. So
Well,
everybody's
yeah.
fairly like, I'll take it, but it's a last resort.
Yep.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Good
Chemicals
point.
are on the ship. So all right.
The bolt gun
let's
will be
take
good
that.
if you have to seal. I mean, just from a construction standpoint, to seal up any hull breaches if we have to.
That's
There you
true.
go. If we
don't-
make a hole, we
don't
can
know if
seal
they
a
are.
hole.
Yeah, and we don't even know if a hull breach.
Oh God, you
caused
shot a
this yet,
hole.
so
Okay,
let's-
don't worry, I got it.
That's a good point. Let's bring that with us just in case.
Okay.
We might have to seal something up to actually get through this ship.
Yeah.
So KL, you want to
Just do a
take the
little
motion tracker?
paperwork.
Is that what I hear? So you got the highest Comtech?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Too. All right. Here, I'll take the flamethrower. Do you want the grapple gun here? This corporate.
Sure. I'll take a grapple gun.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's anything else to be carried, I don't think my cutting torch is going to be very big. I probably
You have the
carry-
bolt. The bolt gun, I think, would be good for you.
Yep.
for me.
It's a construction tool and a weapon.
Okay, that's
the bolt
fine.
gun. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even though it's not heavy machinery or whatever, or strength based, I can still use it.
Like I said, if we need to repair something, at that point, you can use heavy machinery on it.
It's a good point.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it looks like it's in the book is heavy weapon. It's the incinerator.
yeah, it's a heavy weapon. So you'll note on your character sheet that you only have a handful of lines for equipment. If it's a heavy, that takes up 2 lines. You can also carry only twice as many lines as your strength. So I don't think anybody's going to be over encumbered
Right.
with the limited amount of equipment as you have here, but just keep that in mind. Like the incinerator takes up 2. I was wondering if maybe the grapple gun did as well, but definitely the incinerator. So for whoever carries that, that's a 2 equipment line item. And no, the grappling gun is just a single.
Grappling gun is 1.
Yep.
Cute.
All right. So who is going to go through the umbilical?
Okay, so as everybody's getting ready,
Yeah.
and we're all kind of getting our stuff ready and kind of splitting up. I'm just is there a way to bring, I don't know, like a DVD or a thumb drive or whatever to download stuff?
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got
so-
that covered.
Oh, you do? Okay.
There you
Of
go.
course, yes.
Of course I do.
So I'm just going to confirm here. I'm carrying a
My
cutting
shocked
torch
face.
and the bolt gun, right?
Yes. I think
Yes.
yeah, that's correct.
Are you guys getting any feedback from me at all?
Nope.
Amazing. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Chuck, so on the reload, that's a fast action to reload your bolt gun, just FYI. So you can
Okay.
shoot it once and then you got to take a fast action to reload. All right.
Yeah, thumb drive or whatever, she's got that, but
Yeah, whatever kind of small handheld computery device that would, take data.
Yeah, the captain also has his data pad, which he could easily download most of any data required.
Sure. All right, let's go.
So you've got a couple methods. All right, who's through first?
I am not.
I'll go first.
I am going to hang back
Well,
here with the grappling gun.
I'm just. we might need that cutting torch to get to that door without any power.
yeah, we got it. Chuck's carrying
Wouldn't there
that.
be like a
No, isn't the
manual,
guy
like
in front?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
be a manual hatch unlatching of some sort?
Yeah, so under normal
Yeah, I'll go-
circumstances, that's what I was saying before. Normally, you could easily go in and you would expect some sort of computer override or whatever to open the airlock once it was secure. But with the power off, you're not 100% sure that you're going to be able to make it happen.
Okay. Yeah. So Chuck, what's your character's name?
Lyron.
Yeah, so probably Lyron should go first because he's got a cutting torch if we need to get in there. That's probably a good call.
Actually, my name is Lyron. Sorry. Like Tyrone.
Got it. Lyron.
Yeah, I can use it. Daddy, what kind of skill check you need from me?
Okay, so you're going over first.
I'm gonna try and open up this cutting torch.
Got it. All right, so you get over
Put it down
across the.
first.
Yep, you get over across the way, and you discover that the airlock is actually damaged.
Well, shit. Well,
So you
I
can tell
reckon-
that it's. Sorry, I read a description earlier and I don't see it now, but you see that it's damaged, and for whatever reason, it appears to be bowed outward towards you. It doesn't really look functional. You do think, however, you can probably get through it with the torch.
but it's bowed out,
It is bowed
as
out.
in from some sort of impact, or
Or explosion or something to that effect, yeah.
do I see any signs of any kind of scorch marks or anything on the outside around the edges of it or anything?
No, you do not. And looking in the porthole, you don't see any, like, there's no blast damage or anything like that in the airlock. You think it could have been an explosion, like it looks like it might be some sort of internal explosion to the ship, but there's nothing inside. As you like shine your flashlight down in the hole, there's nothing that indicates that's the case.
Any strange temperature on the metal? Anything that would be unusual?
No.
Acid
than the fact-
burns,
other-
just anything.
I'm just thinking.
All right. All right, what do I need to do to get this thing open?
Well, you could use your welding torch and cut a hole in it.
All right. Do I need to make a skill check for that? Or anything?
You need to, so you got to take the welder, the cutting torch, and you're going to have to try and basically cut through the locks on the inside. You're fairly sure the way that the umbilical works is it pressurizes from your ship. So you're standing in the umbilical right now, and it's pressurized as if you were standing inside your ship. So you're fairly confident that pending in any sort of really detrimental breach on the other ship, you're fairly confident you'll be okay just cutting it open.
Okay.
So like a heavy machinery check?
Yes, sir. So sorry, that was the short answer. I need a heavy machinery check.
All right. Just note, if there's a damn alien on the side of this, I will haunt your ass forever, Casey. All right. Anyway.
Out of
He'll
curiosity.
reach down his shirt and pull out, of all things, a rosary. He'll tuck it back down his shirt. He'll cut that torch on and he'll say, "All right, boys and girls, hang on." And I'll go at it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
All right. How's it?
Ooh, nice. Sound effects.
All right.
Jeez,
So
I
you.
thought it was a damn alien attack, and I'm looking around here. You got me good there. That was good. I forgot about
All right.
sounds in Roll20. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so three successes. Well, 2 stunt successes. You can gain you can just write this down on a piece of paper or character sheet or whatever, but you get to choose 2 of these. You can gain +1 modification to a later skill roll related to something similar with the torch. You got this. You don't need to roll over. You don't need to roll at all to overcome the exact same challenge in the future. You can do it. You can
Ever,
do this
or
job
just one more time?
One more time.
one more time.
I have to pick one of them.
Well, yeah, there's several. It's on page 40, by the way, in the PDF. But you got
Yeah.
this. You don't need to make the same roll next time. You do it quickly right now, in half the time it would normally take. You can break it permanently if you'd like. You can act quietly if you'd like, or you can just show off, like maybe write your initials in the hull door or something like that.
I'm gonna be quiet as hell.
Okay, so that's one. Then what's your other one?
I'm gonna write my initials in it. Tyrone was here.
Was here.
Why not? It's a famous ghost ship. I was here.
That's true.
That's
It's
awesome.
your self-disclaim.
Okay, so Lyrone's over there. He's got the door. You can see that the seal's broke. Like as soon as he cuts through, it's like comes open maybe an inch or two, and then he proceeds to he goes L C, and Vic finally is like, Lyrone, come on! All right, But
All
the door is open. You see that it's a typical airlock, two door airlock. So there's a rush of air from your ship into the airlock, but the other door appears to be completely fine, like no damage to it at all, as like this one has. It takes some pretty good work to get it open because it is bowed out a little bit, so you really have to jam it to get, and you don't even get it open all the way. But you guys really have to push hard to make enough room to get through.
So when I get it open,
You
I
run to
take
the
a
back.
nice big smell.
Well, you got your EV suit on.
And I don't
So
smell
you
shit.
smell your own farts.
Right, exactly.
I take a really big
Never
sniff
mind
because
that
I just
idea.
farted.
Lyrone was here.
He was here, and then he took a deep breath of his own funk. I'm the only one who took a shower. Just saying.
Fair point.
Nope.
That is a true-
Gross for
that
how
is
long?
A true story.
Too long, probably.
All right, so your mother from Montero pulls up schematics of the ship based on the historical documents, and you find yourselves in right here in the airlock, Junction A. Hopefully everyone
Airlock.
can see.
Yes.
All right, Mother, what were our priorities again? Number 1, data recovery, I believe.
Correct.
All right.
So was dragging those over there. Yes, correct. So your priorities. Certainly, Vic. Your priorities. Recover scientific data and samples from USCSS Cronus. 2. Escort the salvage Cronus to Anchorhead or another WY facility. 3. Save crew members on the Coronis.
All right. Let's grab that data first. Let's go to the bridge. I'd answer bridge, right?
All right, so first things first. This ship is clearly powered down. There is the only light at all is coming from your spacesuits, what you've provided. You can tell from the sensor readings on your suits that the temperature is space temperature. It's way too cold. But it does appear to be pressurized. However, the suits are going to keep you from
Warm.
freezing to death. Yeah.
So, real quick, just want to clarify something from my end.
Yeah.
So, if it's not something that uses a ranged quality, it's just considered combat for checks, right? Like if I wanted to,
like
like
melee,
for example,
yeah.
the bolt rifle obviously does, but if I wanted to use a cutting torch, that would be combat.
I would say so. No?
Yeah. I mean, it's not shooting anything. It's just got a laser about this long, right? The focused laser beam that's shooting out.
Now, does your strength, do our attributes play into these skills at all?
No, so you rely totally on the damage of the weapon. Your strength attribute only gives you the bonus, or only improves your odds of hitting. If that makes sense.
Okay, so it does affect as far as combat goes. It does affect it though.
Oh yeah. Yep, for sure.
So if you're
So-
using like a melee-ish weapon, that would
Right.
be agility or strength that you would use with
I
that.
believe it's strength.
Yeah, agility's probably ranged, I bet.
Yeah, I would
The
imagine.
reason
Yeah.
the reason
so
why I
you
was
can-
asking was I'm gonna be looking for something to tuck in my belt, like a wrench or a club or something like that. Something
sure,
I can
give me-
use, up close. Besides a cutting torch.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, go ahead and give me an observation roll right in here, right in the bay. All right, and you can kind of see on the character sheet, they arranged it the best they could, but each attribute has 3 skills. So you can see combat, heavy machinery, and stamina there are all strength skills.
You didn't observe crap.
Oh, I see how that works.
Daggum. All right. Yeah, you don't find nothing in the immediate area. So
We
when
ain't
you-
found shit. Right.
Oh, shit.
All right, so the captain said let's head to the bridge. So I will start heading to the bridge, and as I walk by, I say, "Hey, Kale, keep an eye on that motion sensor. Let me know if anything pops up.
Motion sensor on a freezing ship. All right.
You never know. Just you brought it.
Who's bringing up
May
the
as
rear?
well use it. Not me.
Maybe Kale with the motion sensor, just stay behind. We'll proceed carefully. Let's two of us go into the bridge at first, make sure that everything's okay. Then let's just set up a beachhead there. I'd say. We don't know if there's other salvagers on the ship or what.
Yeah, we should probably stick together, should we?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care to bring up the rear. I just didn't know what you guys wanted to do, but I think we ought to stick together.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Well, I think once we check the bridge, if we're looking for science stuff, it's either going to be in a cryo or I'm assuming we have access to this map, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mother
For sure.
gives-
So mother,
right.
mother fed the
We should
cell
head
right
down to cryo or examination room.
Well,
Looks like the best options.
Mother's a centralized computer. Let's get whatever we can from there. Maybe they'll tell us what.
we
happened
see if
as well.
we can't power things up to
That's
a
what I was
degree.
thinking. Yeah.
What kind of
Good.
lighting have we got? Have we got like just some sticks or something, like a flare?
Just our headlamps.
Yeah, right
your
now it's just
headlamp?
your headlamps. Correct.
Yeah, let's go hit
Yeah.
something to give us some power. Maybe turn the heat on a little bit. Might take a minute, but
So I step out in the hallway here, heading toward the bridge. I assume this mother is the bridge.
It is not the bridge. That's
It's not-
mother. So mother, per your schematics, you're basically on the A deck, which is just below B deck, obviously, and the command section's on B deck.
Do we want to go talk to mother?
Yeah, let's see. Let's just take a look at Mother at least.
Okay.
I mean, that's the nerve center of this whole thing. So we can get.
Is that actually a stairwell in this junction?
I was just gonna say, so you'll notice if you've got the key pulled up, and if you don't, you can pull up the key. That's the airlock itself. Now you've got ladder access up to B and C. So right here, escape pod. So give me. Actually, you don't even need an observation check for this because it's really damn obvious. But you're kind of getting your game plan together, deciding how you're going to handle this, looking up the ladder to go up to the other decks, and Kale's like, "Well, hey, the escape pod's gone."
so the crew abandoned the ship
Because of the plague.
because of the plague. Well, then the plague would have spread everywhere else for the last 73 years.
Surely it's dead.
The one escape pod's gone. At least this one is.
How many escape pods would a ship like this have?
You do a quick count, and there are 6. Plus, there's actually, if you recall this particular model correctly, there's also like a detachable, there's
all
a
6
larger
escape pod?
a larger like room size detachable module.
Okay, and from where we are, can we see are all 6 of the escape pods gone, or would they be in
No,
different
so this is-
locations?
Yeah, so you can see the one right here.
Oh, it's the
One
symbol,
es-
the round
one
symbol with the
escape
4
pod,
dots.
and
I
these,
see.
these are the other ones, so you don't
Alright.
know it yet.
Well,
So
first
the
things
one-
first.
What
Okay,
is he
so
gone?
yes, first things first, please everybody make a level 5 stress test to determine your air. See if you're kind of starting to hyperventilate or anything like that. I think it's
Level 5. How would we do that? Just
Yeah, how
click
do we make a
stress?
stress test at all?
Hold
Yeah.
on just a second.
Do we
Is
just
it
click
level
on
5?
5 in the stress level?
Yes, so if you click on stress, then you should be able to input a number, which is 5 in this particular case. Stress dice.
Oh, I see.
So I click 5 and then roll.
Yes, that's correct.
5, and then how do we roll that?
Is it?
Did
Do
you
I click
on the
stress
s-
dice right kind of
Yeah.
in the roll buttons?
Yeah, stress
sir.
dice 5 and then submit.
Okay, got it.
I had a face
How did
of
you
it,
get
so
to
I'm
that?
starting to.
So are you
So
able
in the
to
middle,
click
right above heavy machinery, is stress dice.
Stress dice 5, submit.
Okay, I can
It's,
click on 5, but where is submit?
It'll be
Well, so
a
you-
pop-up that comes up.
Yeah, so the 5 is the way you track it, so you can unclick that, but there's actual stress dice button. Just click that and then input 5 and roll.
Yeah, it's at the top, right next to base dice, panic, initiative. where it says roll buttons. 1d3, 1d6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, so Vic, the gravity of the situation is starting to weigh on you a little bit, and Luke, you're kind of thinking, how am I going to get? Sure, we can tether it, but man, this is a big son of a gun. How are we going to get it? You just start. Everything kind of starts weighing on you as to what's going on, and you lose 1 supply of air. So now you're down to 4. Maybe hyperventilating, or you're just not watching. You're not controlling your breathing rhythm, or whatever it is. Yep.
Those
I mean,
successes
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
doesn't cancel out.
It does not cancel.
Okay, I was just curious. Yeah.
No. All right. So that's
They're
that.
not used to coming
Now-
off the bridge, is why.
Yep, and then also, so the end of the first turn, as you guys are all getting settled in, whoever is controlling the motion tracker, go ahead and give me 5 stress dice as well.
All right. So I'm assuming that comes up. I can ignore one of those. No, my skill is that I can ignore 1 stress.
Oh, well, there you go. So yes,
you
you can ignore it. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is sure. We'll give that to you. It's not stress. In this case, it's not stress. It's checking the power level of the motion tracker.
Gotcha.
But sure, that's fine. It's still rolling stress, so we'll call it good.